Well, it's the agony of waiting that makes us give up, get impatient, settle. If you apply pressure to someone long enough, they will break. And when you're home shopping, it could be a very similar experience. That the agony of looking for a house, especially in a seller's market, which we're in, um, could make you fold under the pressure and feel like this inflated seller's market will never end. But everything ends. Everything has a time. Good to see you, Tony. Great to see you, man. Shout out to everyone in Canada. How's the housing market up in Canada, Tony? And in general terms, now is not a good time to buy because even when times are not inflated, in the spring and in the summer are the seasonal strong selling months. In the fall and in the winter are the better months on average to buy. And right now, as I make this, we're in the middle of July. We're right at the height of the summer. Good to see you, Mar. Shout out to you. Hydration break already. Andre, great to see you. Now, one thing I want to give you, which is a pearl of wisdom, I use it for myself. It's always the time to buy if you find something below your means in an area that you've researched and experienced, and that you're willing to put down roots and you can afford it. You've calculated all the cost and you're ready to plunge in. If you find that deal at any time, at any point in your life, then it makes sense. Okay. We're talking in general terms tonight. Tony says in Canada, it's ridiculous housing up there. During the pandemic, everyone was quarantined pretty much to their house. And during that time period, there became an infatuation with the house. It became your gym, your school, because people did homeschooling, your everything. And even people who didn't buy a house, they spent a lot of money renovating their house. And we got into this very much hot and heavy housing cycle. That, in addition to low interest rates and lack of inventory. They just said that inventory has slightly gone up. Building supplies are more and more coming back online. There are rumors that the Federal Reserve will start to creep up interest rates towards the end of the year. There's no exact science to life. I will be fair. There's been plenty of people that have said for past 5 years that there's going to be a housing crash. And it's gone skyrocketing up. Even 2 years ago, if you bought a house today, you're probably doing better now. However, the dynamic is, I always throw it back in your face. You don't make a dime until you sell. So there's a lot of people, I hear people, and I get concerned when a person who was going to be a nurse is now a real estate agent. I heard that today in Starbucks. They go, oh, how's your daughter doing with nursing? They go, oh, she decided to be a real estate agent. Oh, shit. Here we go. A housing boom of 2006. This shit gonna crash, man. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna crash because people don't have a lot of debt like they did back then. But I'll tell you, between the stock market, between the psychopaths buying Bitcoin and GameStop and AMC, and everyone and their mother is either a real estate agent, a real estate investor. I mean, it is a complete shit show out there, guys. It's not the time to buy. It's not. Okay. It is a total house of mirrors. There was a museum, like a museum game on the Jersey Shore. Like you go on this, it's not a ride. It's like this maze of mirrors, and you try to find your way out. And that's what life is. But like I say, I say all that to say, 2 months ago, I almost bought a condo for $100,000. Right now, there's some things that I've seen priced for under $200,000. So I don't, again, if you can buy something right now, it's below your means, it's where you want to live, it's time to buy. We're talking in general now, and more or less, this is a message of hope that, guys, believe me, and girls, things can only go so far. Okay. Because it's science. There's no exact science to life. But you can't just ignore science, okay? You can't, ignoring science would be like, I'm going to jump off the bridge because I have faith, okay, and I believe we're in this new world where gravity doesn't exist. Elon Musk will save me. The Martians from Mars will come down. The guy Branson from England will fly his new spaceship and come pick me up. But chances are, if you jump off a bridge, gravity will take hold. Science, the data will show us that you'll die. And the bottom line is, unless they're going to start paying $50 an hour at Starbucks or at working at the gas station, people are not going to be able to afford to level these houses. And the baby boomers will be dying, okay, in the next 10 to 15 years. It's sad to say, my mom's a baby boomer. I hate saying that, but that's fact. It's science. The science shows us that in the next 10 to 20 years, you will have a wave of people dying that own property. No generation owns property like the baby boomers. They got 2 properties, 3 properties sometimes. They leave them to their children. Their children want to liquidate them. You say, what should I do? Should I wait 10 years to buy a property? No. You should buy one today if it's below your means in an area you could in an area you want to live and you've done the research. But it's a message of hope. Nothing lasts forever. Gravity exists. I don't care how low the interest rates are, gravity exists. Cycles exist. Everything ends. Whoever's the real estate agent today will be a nurse 5 years from now. I guarantee you. The message is continue to stack the bag. That's the money bag. Continue to work or earn your income however you're going to earn it. Discipline yourself with your budget. Enjoy your life. Remember, when you buy a house, it doesn't change your life. Just like when you live in your car, don't change your life. Your daily routine change your life. Now, if your house can enhance your daily routine, that's fine. But most people, they're going to take a nap, whether it's in their van or in their house. Most people, guys, their daily routine sucks. That's true. Okay. So that's why they might as well have a house, because it's going to suck no matter what. Twist, what's up, everyone? Twister, great to see you. I fully submerged in the Atlantic Ocean today. Didn't need a house for that. Got 6 to 7 hours of sleep last night, not during the day. Probably more than some people that have a house. Took no nap. Ate good food. Spent time by the beach. I did everything I would do if I owned a house. The only thing I did differently is that I probably drove a little bit more from here to there. And, that does get tiresome, I'm not going to lie. But it's not worth buying something I don't want, not going to lie either. Now may not be the time to buy. Now may not be the time to get kicked out of your house and live in your car if you can't hold a job. Guys, living in your car is not a career. Okay. It's not this end-all be-all. Good to see you, Timothy. Great to see you, Adam. I'm a fair person, guys. Buying a house is not the end-all be-all, and living in a car is not this end-all be-all. There's always these extreme people that I get on my channel, and I understand because I'm an extreme person. But the bottom line is, buying a house is asset allocation. Living in your car is homeless life, less than 1% of society. If you don't want to be homeless, get subsidized housing. If you don't qualify for those subsidized housing, you make too much or you're just lazy. Okay. Bottom line, in a first world country, no one starves to death. Bottom line is you're not destitute. And if you are destitute, get into a program. I'm going to upload a video tomorrow. 0.2% of the population are forced to live. They're not even forced. They choose to be homeless. You say, well, the rent's too damn high. Well, sorry. Well, what's your daily routine? What's your life? What's your career? It can't got to be more than that. Or you play video games? What do you do? Guys, I know shit is high. We're inflated. Keith, good to see you, Keith. The Melbourne FedEx video is coming by the end of this week. I got a couple more I got to get in. But I will tell you, God willing, by Sunday of this week, by the end of this week, you're going to have that Melbourne FedEx shipping video. It's coming to you hot, brother. I love you, man. Get your ass down here. If you're going to buy a house, buy it in Florida. Why? You want to live in Indiana? Good to see you, D. D just bought a house. Love to you, D. D bought a house, and now she wants to get into a relationship. When I bought a house, you know what I did? I got lonely right away. Why? Because you look at a bunch of empty rooms. Well, one is then you got to decorate them. You got to furnish them. You got to spend money on them. You got to air condition them. You got to heat them. You got to renovate them. You got to clean them. You got to maintain them. And then you want someone to come over to enjoy them with you. And then your life falls apart. And then you want everyone out and you live in your car. I'm just playing. I told D straight up, everyone has different dreams. Go after your dream. Don't let me steal your dream. Like Will Smith said in the movie, Pursuit of Happiness. You got to pursue happiness. It doesn't come to you in a nap. You got to go after what you want. Your house isn't going to sell itself. You're masturbating to Zillow. You're masturbating to this different life. And your house don't matter. Your mindset, your daily routine, your disciplines matter. D says she needs some help fixing up. Anyone want to come over to D's house, help fix her up? There's another $100 cleaning. You could charge $100 to clean a house. Easy. Spend $20 in the Dollar Tree, which is now the $100 tree because we got inflation. Guys, I want to know in the members only comment, how many people think that the Dollar Tree is still going to only charge $1 for all these goods 2 years from now? Guys, that Dollar Tree getting ready to be $2 tree, $5 tree. Okay. I'll tell you right now, I got a very hard time believing if house prices up, everything's up. Okay. Adam, hey D, thanks for the positive words on my last video. D is very positive. Adam, D is looking for a good man. I know you keep going back to this girl who's destroying your life. D, I feel like she's waiting for an inheritance. You got to be careful, guys. People are devious. Okay. I hate to say this, but I know some people, guys, they say, well, yeah, they're not malicious. They're dating someone that's dead broke. You guys aren't looking past the future. They're not looking if you're dead broke. They're looking to see if you're going to get an inheritance. Yep. They're looking way beyond your ability to generate income. They're looking at your family wealth. I guarantee you. I guarantee you, if you ever got into a relationship, the person you date wants to know your parents and know what they do and know their net worth. And they may not say it like that, but they want to know. Because they want to know when your parents die, what are you going to get? I guarantee you. I wanted to know what that Asian chick mom looked like. I want to know what she's going to look like when she's in her 60s. And the girl or maybe the guy wants to know, does your family have some level of money? Are they going to leave you something? Or am I going to be shopping at the Dollar Tree till I'm 65, 75? When the Dollar Tree's a $10 tree. Is it a time? It's never time to live with someone. Everyone thinks like that. Everyone. Mother Teresa died bitter and nasty. Read her last will and testament. Read her last writings. You say, I want to marry Mother Teresa. She was so nice. You didn't read her last writings. She became bitter. She questioned everything. Die alone, but a caretaker. That's what I tell you. Die with dignity. Because your family will bury you quicker than anything else. Hate to say it. Now you say, Santa, you're getting way off track here. We're talking about inflated price. All right, I'm sorry. Pull me back. Pull me back, guys. Click that thumbs up if you appreciate these videos. Leave a comment. D says no effing way. Keith, my coworker said you got rid of your fish tanks. Why? Because you don't want to die in Indiana. Don't even answer him. I said no matter what tank or fish, you're still in Indiana. I want you to cut him off, Keith. He's a stumbling block. Remember Jesus told Peter, when Peter tried to tell him, oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. He said, get back, Satan. Get back, Satan. You're a stumbling block to my future. Oh, you should do that. Write in FedEx. Let everyone think you're a get back, Satan. Oh, you're going to get back, Satan. Yep, just like that. You're 61 years old. I don't see anyone in their 60s swimming in the Atlantic Ocean. I see some people in their 60s walking the beach. I see many with a cane and a walker walking along the sidewalk. Time is more important than house prices when you're at a certain age because you ain't taking nothing with you. And you got to ask yourself, are you going to die in the funeral parlor that you pass every day on the way to FedEx? Or are you going to get cremated in South Florida? Okay? Where there's Spanish music, there's Cuban coffee. And if you die, you die by a subpar nurse, because all the nurses right now are real estate agents. That's truth. Hate to say it. Guys, they can't even keep people in Burger King. We have a shortage of nurses. No one wants to work, guys. There's no way, okay? There's no way this is continuing. It's guys, we're in a mirror of maze. Okay. Back left comments. D says, no problem, Adam. Timothy, as a handyman, you making money. As a handyman, in the past 15 years, I've been experiencing my price. Now you got to raise your prices. My prices have increased 500%. Oh, this money talk tonight. People are too lazy to fix their own stuff. That's me. That's why I live in a car, even though I fix my own stuff. And they are willing to pay top dollar anything for me to do it. When you buy a house, you got to get someone to fix it. Then you got to pay someone to clean it. Then it just never stops. Okay. However, your house went up $50,000 in 1 year. However, how much did you put into it? If you sell it today, you got real estate agent commissions, you paid property taxes, home insurance. However, look, you got to live somewhere. You got to ask yourself, do you want to pay rent? Okay. Or do you want to own? Bottom line is, live below your means, live where you want to live. Okay. Bottom line is, what was your daily routine? Okay. Take care of yourself, guys and girls. Tony, don't even get Sam started on Indiana. Tony knows, don't get me started on any state, okay? In America, in Canada, any foreign entity. Australia maybe got some good weather. Shout out to John and Juliana, my viewers from Australia. But guys, I need to shout out to my man Big Plan Dan from South California. At some point, I remember I worked with a guy, and he was a little disappointed in me when I started dating again. He said, Sam, you get caught up with one of these girls, you're never getting to Florida. And then I asked him, I said, well, you ever going to Florida? He goes, Sam, that's not my dream. He goes, I'm going to die in the house I'm in right now. And he said, it's serious as hell. How many people are going to die in the house they're in right now? And then how many of their children are going to liquidate it as soon as they can, as soon as they go through probate? There will be a baby booming bust at some point. Don't wait for the baby boomers to die, though, to cash in to get a property. But don't just go get any property right now at the height of the summer, worst time to buy. Height of inflation, worst time to buy. However, if you can find a deal, I'll buy one tomorrow. But I want you to have a message of hope. Things change, guys. No matter what you feel, things are different. Gravity still exists. Ups and downs of life still exist. You're never going to time it perfectly. But what I'm trying to tell you is at some point the rubber meets the road. Okay. Theory meets reality. Okay. Because even Walt Disney had to pull out business permits to build Disneyland. And even Disneyland went through recessions. Even though they're open now and their stock is booming, their stock's way overvalued. Most stocks are. Why? Not the actual data, the price to earnings ratio, interest rates. When interest rates are low, guys, price to earning ratios don't matter. Science don't matter. However, eventually it matters. When? We don't know. Well, that's what we're trying to find out. What matters to you? Adam, or Michigan. Yeah, Michigan, Indiana. Winters. Pat goes in bear country. Anywhere where there is not a Caribbean vibe. Anywhere where they don't sell tropical Starburst. Why? Could you imagine pulling up to a convenience store in Indiana at 8 o'clock at night. Okay. And it's a hellhole. It's not even a nice gas station. And it's so depressing. Even in the summertime, very depressing. I worked with a vendor one time. They had a job in Indiana. They came back and said, hey guys, how was Indiana? It's a fucking shithole. That's what they said. I was all right. He said, what about Bobby Knight? And look how mean Bobby Knight was. He was the college basketball. He was a very mean guy. Was there anyone nice from Indiana? He said, what about Larry Bird? Guys, Larry Bird, his personality dry as hell, man. Yeah, he was a great basketball player. I'll give him that, one of the best. But very dry personality. Grew up in Indiana. You name one person that was inspiring from Indiana, Ultimate Warrior. But he moved to Arizona. He made a YouTube video, he told me. He inspired me, changed my life. He said when he got into wrestling and he left Indiana, he realized most of his family are very depressed and they stayed in Indiana. He said it's cloudy, it's nasty. He goes, when he started traveling with the wrestling federation, and he said he went to Florida, was great, Texas, and he eventually settled in Arizona. He said, man, the sun and the warm weather makes a big difference. He didn't realize it, he said, when he was growing up. Think about how happy Larry Bird would be, okay, if he grew up in Fort Lauderdale. I don't even think Larry Bird's happy. He's a millionaire. I never really seen him really excited or inspired. I think he stayed in Indiana. You say, well, he must have a tough childhood. Well, hey, guys, look, we could all tell war stories. Okay? He also made a lot of money. Okay. All right, let's go next time. Keith, 2 thumbs up. Thank you, brother. Yeah, that time's ticking. D, true. No one wants to work. That's true. So, look, I'm not against that. I tell you guys and girls, if you can live your life and support yourself without working, I'm not mad at you. I just tell you, if you have to, do it. Because I don't want you to be destitute. Okay. But I'm not mad at anyone if they can retire early, if they figured out a way to make money, whatever. But what I want to tell you is there's always someone hiring. Because if you think you're the most lazy person in the world, you haven't met, there's always someone lazier. I'll tell you right now. There are a lot of lazy people in this world. You know how hard it is for some people to get out of bed? How hard it is for some people to wipe their ass? How hard it is for people to clean the dishes in their sink? Guys, it's hard for me. I don't like any of that stuff. I'm a minimalist for a reason. I don't want to do all that stuff. I want to focus my energy on things I want to do. But I'll tell you, even living in that, hotel for 30 days, guys, it's a lethargic life. You sit there with your temperature control. Now you got shelter. Yeah. Let's just say I bought that house. Let's say that was my condo. Guys, it's pretty boring. However, look, if I find a deal, I'm buying tomorrow. But I'm just trying to say it really didn't the sky didn't lift. There's moments of comfort. If you get hurt, you need it. Eventually it is an asset allocation because you do have to hedge against inflation. But all I'm trying to say is the bottom line. What does it really change? Okay. Your daily routine is your life. And if your life is just sloshing around your house, I mean, I'm not saying that's bad, but at a certain point, there's a reason why when the pandemic ended, everyone wanted to get out of their house. I mean, even if you're going to die in your house, do you want to live in your house? Like some people say, I'm going to die in this house, but are you going to live in the house also? You're going to get outside, you're going to get in the ocean, you're going to go for a walk. Now, obviously, again, if you're hurt, if you're sick, or if you're very elderly, of course you stay in. That's why you have a house. That's great. That's the one thing I risk, I got to admit, and that's why I'm looking to hedge my bets. But what I want to share with you tonight, don't buy just for the sake of buying. I looked at a RV lot today, and the neighborhood was trashy. It was somewhat nice location, but as soon as I went into the neighborhood, and I'm not talking about trashy, but bad energy, man. The energy was low. The people were suspect. I didn't feel like high crime, high danger, but it was just ugh. And I said to myself, Sam, I don't care if housing prices triple in 3 months. I'll never buy where I'm not inspired. Never. Never. What good is it to buy a house in a place you're not inspired? You might as well be dead. And you might as well go ahead and leave your house to your kids so they can sell it and bring the inventory levels back up. Because it's going to happen. And if you don't believe me, you haven't lived enough life. I'm 41 years old. If you're 61, leave a comment. If you're 81, leave a comment. If you're 91, you're probably dead. Okay. Time is unbeaten in this world. We all face Father Time. I remember dating a middle-aged girl, talking about she was young. I looked at her with a serious eye, I said, you middle-aged, you ain't young. If you're above the age of 30, you are in the middle-age range. Okay. You're not young. Okay. I don't care if you got Botox, fake tits, a fake ass, and a whole Scottie Pippen ex-wife kit. Okay. You still look like shit. Jones River died because of plastic surgery. One of our greatest comedians of all time, Joan Rivers, died of plastic surgery. Kanye West's mom, God rest her soul. Stop it with the plastic surgery already. You guys, you look like weird science. I'm going to do a whole live feed on stop with the plastic surgery. All right, let's go live comments. I see Jesse's in here. Good people. Timothy, a lot of people. I'm getting fired up. ESP's in here. All right, guys, click that thumbs up if you haven't. I go live every day, whether the housing market's high or whether it's low. Whether you're getting plastic surgery or you're getting your teeth pulled. Whether you're selling your house in Indiana or whether you're moving to Ocala. Never moved to Ocala, Florida. Hold on, $2 super chat. Sam, please, I'm going as fast as I can. Yeah. Damn it, Twisting. Stay positive, brother. All right, we're going to all live comments. Leave those comments as you sit in your house, as you sit in your shared apartment. Leave those comments. Okay. Let's take address. I'll tell you, Jesse said HOA fee of $1,000 a month. Jesse, I want to know where that community was. Because $1,000, a suitcase, what's up, man? $1,000 a month, very high. I love you, Jesse. It's great to see you. Stay patient. Stay patient. I know it feels like when you buy a stock and it goes down, it feels like you're ripping your face off. I've been there. But what I want to tell you is be patient, guys. And if you find the right deal right now, buy it. But don't rush. Don't rush. Your life is more than a house. It's more than sheetrock. Your life is more than owning land. Your life is your daily routine. Did you get in the ocean today? Did you masturbate today? What did you do today? Did you work out? All right, we're going back to live comments. Keith, I read that. Nublia, what's up, Nublia? I feel like I can live forever. Huh. How old are you, man? That's just how I feel right now. Yeah, let me know how old you are in the comments, brother. I want this feeling to last forever. Oh, boy. You sound like someone who just got married. What I tell you, see me after 10 years, the average time of a divorce. And even if you stayed married after 10 years, you know you wish death on your spouse occasionally so that you can get the inheritance, sell the house, and go live your own life. You know I'm telling truth. Nublia, I love you all my heart, but you sound like you're younger or middle-aged. And if you're older, you may be delusional. Okay? And your kids may be waiting for you to die so they can sell your house. However, stay encouraged. Suitcase. Hey, everyone. Hey, Sam. Suitcase. Even when you stutter, keep going. Even when you hang the trapeze wrong with the unistrut, keep showing up. That's electrical talk. Even if you stub out the conduit in the wrong spot, keep showing up. Even if you get a bad rating on DoorDash, keep delivering. See, keep making that money, but don't keep spending that money. Guys, you can make a mistake at your job, but if you show up, you still get paid. You make a mistake buying the wrong house, you can sell it, but it's going to be, one is you ain't going to sell it. I mean, it's very hard for people to sell, man. Very hard for people to change their mind. A lot of people wanted to sell. They said as soon as this economy gets going. And now it's been going, no one's selling. Inventory levels are low, even though they went up a little bit last month. I think most people are going to die in their house. That's what I think. Yeah, that's true. Now, there's some exceptions. But what does it matter where you die? You're done. Live where you want to live. Time catches up to us all. I remember looking at this face in a mirror 20 years ago. And yeah, I was still cute, relatively the same. I had hair on my head, little on my face, a lot of jewelry, okay, making it go. Okay. Not living in my cars, living in a house. Well, wait, what was I? Oh, just about living in a house. I was 21, 20 years ago. How old were you 20 years ago? I want you to think about this. What were you doing 20 years ago? What were you doing 10 years ago? What were you doing 5 years ago? Probably something totally different. The house you wanted 20 years ago, totally different. The house you wanted 5 years ago, probably different. I know it is for me. Everything changes. Nothing lasts forever. Nas had a song on the Lost Tape album. Very good song. Nothing lasts forever. So let's go back to the live comments, guys. We're on fire tonight. Adam, a suitcase. Timothy, make sure we only talk about South Florida. Yep. Where the MILFs are plentiful. Damn it, Timothy. You nailed it, 100 emoji. The MILFs, the good-looking ones, they come to South Florida. Why? Because their ex-husband either died in South Florida or they got a divorce, they got their money, and they came where the Fountain of Youth is, Florida. Even though the Fountain of Youth is technically in St. Augustine, that's Northeast Florida. But you know, like I know, if you've ever been to St. Augustine, St. Augustine looks different than Palm Beach. You know that South Florida is expensive for a reason. You know you could probably find some dirt cheap property in Indiana. And in inflated times, even houses in Indiana going high. I looked at some parts of New Jersey that I know that are not that nice. House prices off the roof. I said, these people are crazy, okay? They're going to lock themselves into a part of New Jersey. Well, I'm like, oh, I don't know. But that's what is going on. Not a good time to buy. But let me tell you this. If you always wanted to live in a bad part of New Jersey, now it's time to buy. Where do you want to live? What's your budget? What's your life goals? That's what you have to ask yourself. $5 super chat. Hal's on his 4th week of his new job. Money bag coming to you. I wanted to share some of my first check with you. Well, blessings to you, brother. Well, I appreciate that, brother. But I want you to keep your money. Okay. I want to say thank you. Okay. For the gracious tip. But I want you to stack now, Hal. Okay. I'm going to get to all these live comments. I apologize. I want you to stack, man. I want you to stack your money for you, and for you. Okay. And like I say, if I never see you again, our time together was magical. Now, I hope we continue to be cool. But I want you to go to this next level of self-development. And you get a little selfish, okay, with your time, with your money. Not in an unhealthy way, but in a healthy way. So that you're better prepared in the future if you ever get laid off. You're more financially independent so you can have less stress in your life. And I know you're renting now, but if you ever want to buy a house, you've built up foundational habits that you live below your means, you keep a steady income, you have a savings account, you have little to no debt. And when you have that, you never rush. See, the value of financial independence is, why do you need to rush? It is true, guys. We're playing a game of chicken with inflation. Okay. Where basically I got my car started, inflation, the Federal Reserve got their car, and we're coming straight on head on. But I want to tell you this, guys, when you're living below your means, you can pull over and let the psychopath pass you. You know who gets in road rage? People living paycheck to paycheck. They got a nasty spouse. They got a nasty bill for a nasty renovation. They got a big car payment. They got a job that doesn't inspire them, a house that doesn't inspire them, so you know who they're going to take all their anger out on? The person who is behind them, who wants to cut them off, who wants to pass them. Pat Go living in bear country. What I want to tell you is this. All the psychopaths eventually manifest to road rage. Or they go in the wilderness and they kill pure, innocent animals. Pat Go knows she's in bear country, or he's in bear country. Why would you kill an innocent animal? I mean, do you really need beef jerky? We got Beyond Meat now, guys. Come on. What type of person kills a deer? I mean, come on, guys. All right, let's take a hydration break. I love you, Hal. Hal also said, I will stack before I mac. Got to get my ones, then fun up. Yeah, I got to get these comments. I'm slacking. All right, let me go speed round, guys. I'm fucking up. I'm sorry. I apologize. Forgive me. Sukit. Yep, I read. Jesse, my first ever member. Jesse, let me know what a community won $1,000 a month. That's too much for the HOA. Amar, due to price increases and so much building going on before the pandemic, a game of musical chairs has developed as to who ultimately gets the bill. Oh, yeah. That music is about to stop, and stay tuned. Things will change. Yeah, now I hear you. Now, when it stops and how it stops and if it stops, I don't know. But I know this. If you live below your means, you never need to rush. And if you find the right deal, now is the right time. And if you don't, now is not the right time. Good job, Mark. D. My family wouldn't even let my dad come home to die. This is powerful. Thank you for sharing this, D. Afraid he would live. Oh, God. They put him in the hospice. I don't mean to laugh at that, D. Thank you for sharing. Are you guys and girls listening to this comment? Let me read it again. D said, my family wouldn't even let my dad come home to die. Afraid he would live. They put him in hospice. Now, look, I don't know the situation. There's always two sides to every story, but I want to tell you this. Look, when someone even needs to go to hospice, though, it's at the end. I mean, it really is. So, but what I want to share with you is all of us, we have an appointment with death. Okay. Now, as far as if we live forever in the spirit realm, that's your personal faith. I hope it happens. But I want to tell you this, you will get cremated. You will leave your property behind. And someone else will buy it, whether in probate or whatever. What I want to tell you, there's a shortage of nurses because they're becoming real estate agents. So now you got no one working at Burger King. No one's working at the hospital. Guys, we better get Elon Musk to start creating these robots because we're behind. Inventory of robots very low. Okay. All the psychopaths bought up all the robots. They're having sex with them. Okay. And so what I can tell you is this, guys. We don't want those robots. We want some clean new robots, okay, where they can work regular jobs, okay? Because you don't want those robots. Those robots been used up, man. All right, let's take pause. Jesse, so I'm going to do some videos, Jesse, about some cheap real estate. There's still some out there. She goes, so today I looked up best beach in Florida. Yeah, this is what the internet says. The internet's a liar. And Dustin, Florida keeps coming up. Thumbs down. My opinion. West Coast, thumbs down. My opinion. I looked it up and disappointed by the location. Guys, double thumbs down to the Gulf of Mexico. Do you want to live where the ocean is a toilet bowl? Now, shout out to my good viewer, Sabrina, Showgirls. I got a friend who loves Fort Myers. All my good people that love the West Coast. Even Keith, he may go to Naples. Naples, nice. Guys, the only place I'll accept on the West Coast is Naples or Marco Island. Every other place is a dookie emoji. But even that, the energy is not the same off the Atlantic Ocean. You are on the right track, Jesse, with Stewart. So, like I say, you look there, look a little south, Palm Beach County, you'll be fine. Don't go chasing dust and waterfalls. Timothy, Jim Nabars was from Indiana. I never heard of him. Let me look him up. I never heard of him. Was he positive? Jim Nabars? He was an American actor. I'm reading it right now on Wikipedia. He's dead. Guys, we all die. Okay. He lived from 1930 to 2017. Let's see what he said. Wikipedia says he was discovered by Andy Griffith while working at a Santa Monica nightclub. That's West Coast. That's California. Shout out to Big Plan Dan. And he later joined the Andy Griffith Show, where he played a good-natured, unsophisticated guy. The character proved so popular that he was given his own successful spinoff. Neighbors also became a popular guest on variety shows. His rich voice in the 1960s, 1970s. There was also high inflation during the 70s, including frequent appearance on the Carol Burnett Show, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I never heard of him. But, yeah, it does say it looks like he was from Indiana. So, but it does say he was discovered in Santa Monica. No one gets discovered in Indiana. You got to go to California. You got to go to Florida. Thank you, Timothy, for bringing that up. You got to go fishing where there's a lot of fish. You got to come where there's plentiful MILFs. South Florida. You say, oh, I get all the ugly chicks here in ShopRite in South Jersey. Well, that's nice. That's nice. I want you to come to the land of Sprouts, the Fresh Market, Publix. And I want you to experience the exotic women. You say, oh my God, I don't know if I can move to Florida. Building collapsed. Guys, don't tell me you're one of those people that you worry about sharks, mosquitoes. You know what you should do? Buy a house and never leave it. Buy a house and bunker down, guys. Also, just like they did in the Cold War, get some duct tape in case the atomic bomb comes, okay? Go in your basement, put duct tape all around your, that'll save you. Are you one of those people? Your house is basically your bomb shelter? What, do you got canned goods too? Okay, you got high-ass sodium? Let me tell you something, guys. If you're buying your house, okay, to save yourself from the Cold War, you've already died. Because let me tell you something, guys. If the bomb comes, do you really want to survive? What type of world's going to be? Okay. And then you got to reprocreate and repopulate the world? Who are you going to do that with? What are you going to be happy that you lived till 91 eating out of a can in your basement? Guys, fuck it. I mean, it's time to leave your basement. It's time to get out of Indiana. If you're 61, guys, even if the atomic bomb doesn't come, even if global warming doesn't come in your lifetime, you're 61. Death is coming. I'm 41 and I feel old. Okay? So, I mean, unless you're 21, I know at 21, you feel invincible. But I want to tell you right now, the house I wanted at 21 is not the same house I wanted at 41. Everything changes. And even if we go to war with China, guys, the bottom line is there's still going to be a psychopath in Sarasota. Just like it was during the pandemic. Just like it was during Red Tide. Guys, there's some people that they've been political junkies since Reagan. And they've stayed in their house and they've debated politics since the beginning of time. There's some people, guys, they've been creating fake profiles as soon as the internet came online. They said, I can't work. I heard someone today in the comment section of this other video saying that Tupac had PSTD, post-traumatic stress, from when he got shot in New York the first time. And I said, okay, well, what should have Tupac done? Got on disability and not done the song, not done the record All Eyes on Me, not done Machiavelli? If Tupac had PSTD, which he may have, should he have went on disability and never shared his talents and gifts? What type of person does that? You might as well be dead in the deepest part of your basement. What gift are you using? Are you getting help, or are you getting on disability to travel to Thailand? Are you getting help, or are you on disability with a drug addict ordering pizza right now? There are no nurses, there's no one working at Burger King, and house prices are inflated. What type of world do we live in? This is the New World Order. Where Tupac should have went on disability, a house in Patterson, New Jersey is going for $400,000. It's a complete shit show. I couldn't believe that shit when I heard that today, man. Guys, everyone's got PTSD or whatever. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, some people got like legit shit, but some people bust. I mean, come on. Time to get off the bench. Sweat. I see some psychopath. I see their IP address right now. And I know the history on this person. You should see who they are. It's a total disgrace to society. However, this is life. Okay, well, what can we do? D, $2 super chat. The world sucks right now. Actually, better than it's ever been. D, if I gave you the option to be alive in 2021 versus 1921, what would you pick? Well, one is you wouldn't be able to vote. Guess what? Women couldn't vote in 1921. Yep. Thank you, Christianity. Thank you, America. Thank you, American flag. You couldn't vote. You couldn't even be in this live chat. And, we could put minorities in there too. And so, guys, look. That's why, like, when you hear there's some systemic problems that are still around. Well, guys, look. 100 years ago, we were still in a different country. Okay. Now, I know you don't want to hear that because then it challenges everything you were taught. Okay. And God forbid you were challenged. Okay. You can barely get by working your government job. I've met people that work for the government and hate the government. It's an ironic thing. I don't understand it. It's true, though. They can't wait to get their government pension, but they hate the government. Thank you, America. Okay. Let's go back to these live comments, guys. Okay. Because what I can tell you, guys, we can all break it down. Okay. And let's just be thankful. Let's stay positive. Guys, 2021 is an awesome year. I want you to live your best life. I want you to buy when you're ready and not a minute before. I never want you to buy where you're not inspired. I never want you to live with a drug addict. Don't look down on them, but can you live in a toxic environment? No. No, you can't. You might as well, yeah, no Starbucks in 1921. We were all a little house on the prairie. Forget about plastic cup controversy. Guys, we were all making our own pottery. Some psychopaths almost lost their mental health when we ran out of toilet paper. Can you imagine these psychopaths making their own cup? Okay. And then wiping their ass with, there was no toilet paper in 1921. Guys, we were in a whole nother dimension. Forget about house prices. The Federal Reserve didn't exist. All the psychopaths that love gold and Bitcoin. But you know what? The country was a third world country. The Federal Reserve got us away from being farmers. It's true. Now you can sit home and watch your dividends come in. Thank you, Federal Reserve. Okay. Now, you can do whatever you want. You can watch free porn. You can watch me. Click that blue join button if you want to join the chat. In 1921, guys, you had to send a telegram to someone to say something to them. And that was expensive. There was no cell phones. There was no phones. I don't even think electricity was invented. What year was electricity invented? And even if it was invented, it wasn't on a mass scale. Right now in 1921, you'd be sitting in a hut with a candle, and you can hear your family member breathing in the next door down. And they weren't on disability getting SSDI. Okay. They were sitting there, and you had to tend to farm. If they didn't show up to work, you had to carry their load and then come feed them. There was no hospice. You were a nurse. There was no real estate agents. You were stuck on that property forever. Okay. So I don't know much. Well, but I know this. Thank God for 2021. Thank God I watched Asian porn today. I watched young PYT porn today. I fully submersed in the Atlantic Ocean. I'm broadcasting around the world right now. I could be a real estate agent tomorrow. I could deliver DoorDash right now. I could design a building and submit a document tomorrow. All from my phone, all from my laptop. All my psychopaths out there, you can create another fake profile right now. Go ahead and do it. Switch profiles right now. You can do it. Think about all these people. What would they do in 1921? They would be living with you. Okay? Because you know a lot of these motherfuckers, they're in your family. And you hate them. You wish they were dead. Thank God for 2021. Twisted said, I only want to go back. I mean, guys, we don't want to go back to 1821. Guys, we don't want to go back that far. I mean, it's a disaster. Forget it. Some people can't even bear to hear what I said about 1921, okay? They couldn't bear to hear about the country history. They couldn't bear to hear about the other primitive shit. Forget about we keep going back, guys, because it just get worse, okay? It don't get better, okay? Okay? You know, it's going to get better the more we go forward, okay? Let's stay positive, okay? Because I'm broadcasting live from an all-night gas station. Praise the Lord. Okay. There was no free ice at the all-night gas station, I'll tell you that much. All right, I got to get back to these comments, guys. Forgive me for slacking. D, don't let your kids be in charge of your health and wealth. Yeah, and in my opinion, get a caretaker. Don't let your parents come to the hospital after you get in a car accident. That's what I told the doctor. I got in a car accident, my head cracked a windshield. I said, don't call my mom. Why? She comes too nervous. And that's fact. I love my mom, respect my mom, but I know her. She gets too nervous. She gets too much anxiety. I don't need that. I need to heal. Guys, when you need professional medical attention, you need professional medical attention, not your mother. And if your mother does come, she needs to be a mother, not a worrying nut or not a nurse. Guys, if we lived in 1921, your mother needed to be a nurse, a psychiatrist, and everything else. In 2021, guys, people go to school to be a nurse. They train their whole life. And right now, there's some people that have been training, and they're going to be real estate agents instead of nurses. Why? It pays more money. So what I can tell you is this, guys. I can't stay here too long because the cops patrol the all-night gas station. Okay? And I got to keep going. ESP. I didn't get an alert. Good thing I checked your phone to see if you were live. Well, thank you, D. Thank you, ESP. I go live every night around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, sometimes a little bit earlier, sometimes later. And I always got to keep an eye out because I'm always on the road. It's a crazy world out here. Thank you, ESP. Nublia, out of curiosity, what you want to do or just chill every day? Well, every day, even if I had a house, I want to wake up early, okay? I want to have a healthy breakfast. I want to work out. I want to do something productive. Whether I had to work if I was retired, then it would be something creative. It'd be more, right now, as an example, if I was retired right now, I'd just put a little bit more energy into YouTube. And they said, what if you were a billionaire? Would you still do that? Well, Grant Cardone does it. You know, sometimes people say to me, well, if you got a good job, why do you do YouTube? Well, Michael Jordan had a good job. Why did he sell shoes? Donald Trump had a good job. Why did he do something else? Hey guys, look, when you learn, okay, when you got energy, when you're ambitious, even if you're successful at one thing, you don't stop there. Okay. See, I know you don't understand that because you can barely keep yourself from taking a nap. Okay. I understand. Okay. Well, I can just take it easy and enjoy the show. Okay. Not you, Nublia, but just talking in general. Keith, I've been working OT for 7 months. You got to get to Florida. Because we can't get people to work. And I said, okay, I'll keep showing up. Get that money, move to Florida, and never look back. I love you, Keith. Keith, money bag emoji. Jesse, Sam, a condo versus single family. What's your take? For a single person condo, well, I don't want to do the lawn. I don't want to do maintenance. I hate maintenance. For a person who's willing to do the maintenance, or for a family, a single family tends to be a better investment, and you probably have more privacy. But again, that's single family. Family is the key word. If you don't have a family, I think you tend to do better in a condo. Why? Because you don't have a family for a reason. You don't like all the extra BS. So unless you want to be like you're in 1921 taking care of your yard, or you have enough money to pay a landscaper and coordinate that. And for me, I like the simplicity of a condo. I don't like the HOA aspect. And I wouldn't pay $1,000 a month in HOA, but I would pay $300 or less. So that's my opinion. There's no perfect answer. And obviously, if you could find the right deal on either one, then the right deal is the right deal. But for me, when I was very young, I took care of like the lawn and stuff like that and snow removal. No snow in Florida, but I don't think I'd want to do that here unless I found a very small property with very low maintenance. Good question. You get maximum privacy with single family. Yep, and maximum maintenance. But too much work. Jesse O, me and you on the same page. Now, the only thing I don't like about the condo, here's the biggest negative where I don't want a condo. You share the walls. So the biggest reason I'm looking at an RV lot or mobile home lot, no walls to be sharing. But there is an HOA, they take care of the lawn. So that's kind of my direction. Adam, Laughing D, I'm in charge of my parents. We love you, Adam. We're praying for you, brother. Twister, thank you again for that positive super chat and for all the love, brother. I really appreciate you. You've been a blessing. Appreciate your positive attitude. Suitcase. I work with a guy who laid out an entire week over an earache. Earaches are, I'm not going to lie, though. I had an earache when I was young. Those things are painful, man. An earache and a toothache, they will shut you down. So I can't even mock that. Actually, it was due to a tough project. Well, I can understand that, but the earache is painful, I ain't gonna lie. Of which I completed. Show up. Well, you made the money. Either way, whether he faked the injury or whether it was real. Because he may have pulled a Scottie Pippen. Like, he didn't want to check in a game because he didn't want Tony Kukoc to get the shot. Okay, so we don't know. But we know this. Okay, Tony Kukoc made the shot. Okay, so I don't know if Scottie Pippen was justified or not. But I know this. You made the shot, Suitcase, you made the money, okay? So, hey, let him hate. You made the money, okay? Nublia, is plastic surgery that bad? Well, if you're deformed, it's not bad. But if you're trying to, like, blow up your lips to 5XL, I mean, come on, guys. I mean, you know, you look like shit already. What, are you going to have big lips? I mean, come on. You know, what you got a flat ass, now you got a fake ass. Does it really matter? Guys, people who don't like you are never going to like you. Now, if you got 3 ears and you got a nose that comes out to your, 5 feet, I understand it, okay? But look, guys, I mean, if you got a little bit of a wide ass, you got a little bit of a crooked nose, you got a gap tooth. Because, guys, the biggest plastic surgery is fake teeth. I mean, now people look like total fucking fakos. They got fake teeth, everything's fucking fake, okay? That's why I'll never take criticism from anyone. Because there's about... there ain't no motherfucker out here, okay, that's all natural, okay? And I don't even want an all natural girl. I told you about the girl I met. She had a wig when I met her. Then she came with the all natural when I picked her up. She had a baldy. I said, I'm not dating Michael Jordan. Yeah. Now you gotta keep that wig on, okay? I'm all right if I'm not dating Michael Jordan because I know this. Especially if you ain't got Michael Jordan money. I picked her up from East Orange, New Jersey. She ain't have Michael Jordan money. All right, let's go back to left comments. Adam, hey ESP. Nublia, I'm 20. Nublia, I love you, man. You may live forever. Hal, my good brother Sam, you know I love you, man. I'm sorry I was late on this, and thank you again for that super chat. Nublia, I sound old. I understand. Well, everyone said I old soul, even when I was young. Hal, I was 17. I like it. Adam, I was 23. 20 years ago. That's good. We love you, Nublia. Twister. I was 3. Hal, thank you again, brother. I read that, man. You've been very gracious to me. I want you to stack your bag now. I love you, man. Hal, I will stack. Oh, yeah, I read this too. I love you, man. I read that already, though. Timothy, congrats. Hal, yeah, Hal's doing his thing, man. Hal, we love you. Nublia, I sometimes wonder the point of wanting and then. I reminded myself of the feeling of owning things. And I'm just looking out for 5-0. All right. I reminded myself of owning things and the stress of owning. Yeah, it's very stressful to own stuff. I have to balance it. That's the key word. So I could think clearly. Nublia, you're very smart for 20. You're listening. D, good job, Hal. I agree. We love you, Hal. Thank you, D. Pagro. Hey, Sam. Great channel. You're a very positive person. I ain't gonna lie about this. Me no want no house. Yeah, you living in bear country. We love you, Pat. Michigan, home of deer. I can't stand people who hunt deer, though. I love you, Pat. Be careful out there in the woods, man. I love you. Timothy, the government is trying to spend whatever they want and manage reasonable inflation. One day, the debt will come so big, the game over. No, won't it just be a default? Okay, that's all it'll be. You know, it's like when a company goes bankrupt. Is it game over? No. They claim bankruptcy. They get sued by their vendors. Their vendors get pennies on the dollar. That's what's going to happen. Whoever holds a U.S. bond, if U.S. ever does, like, claim bankruptcy, they're just not going to pay 100% on their bond notes. And people will take a third or whatever, just like when a regular person claims bankruptcy. But for America to go bankrupt, that means every other first world country is going to go bankrupt because every other first world country is issuing debt, including China. So, unless there's a complete nuclear meltdown or ozone layer tear, I think the game continues even after inflation goes out of control. It's true. Good comment, though. Adam. Hey, Pagro. Lower Peninsula, Michigan saying hi. Twista. The truth is coming in strong tonight. I don't even remember what I was saying. But then, again, it always does. Thank you, brother. It's hot tonight. It's hot every night in Florida. Pat. Didn't mean to put an emoji out there. Pat, you can put whatever emoji you want. You're very positive. Okay. You like animal porn, but we don't judge you. Why? Who are we to judge? Okay, I'm living in a car talking about inflation. Okay. So I'm no one to judge. But I'll tell you this. Pat Go, we live in 2021 where you can be hunting deer in the woods, God forbid. You can be masturbating to deer online, God forbid. Okay. Or you could just put a deer emoji in a live feed with people from all over the world. We live in a great time. Now, there's no one working at Burger King. There's nurses that turn into real estate agents. And inflation is high. But I think we can manage it. Nublia. Do Beyond Meat taste good? I don't know. I never taste them. I did taste tofu before and some fake meat. It wasn't bad, but you got to watch the sodium on that too. But I would say, yeah, I would prefer that if we can have that at a mass scale. Paco, hey, SP. Grizzly bears are so mean. I don't want to meet no grizzly bear. How in the world do they mate? Huh. You ever see a psychopath? Oh, shit. I'll tell you this, guys. When someone's horned up, I saw squirrels having some rough doggy style sex 2 weeks ago. Guys, if you ever spend time in Mother Nature, you realize why the dinosaurs went extinct. Okay, how did Tyrannosaurus Rex have sex? Well, I guess eventually they stopped. They went extinct. Twister's laughing good. Twister. Repopulate the earth with the pale big chicks. Uh-oh. From ShopRite. Don't do that. No, thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Good job. Because, guys, why would we do that? Then everyone's just going to get plastic surgery and look like Kim Kardashian. If everyone gets impregnated and is like, this overweight person with imperfected skin and bad teeth, guess what they're going to do? They're going to get plastic surgery. They're going to get Botox, fake tits, fake teeth, a wig. They're still going to end up the same. They're all going to look like a fake Kim Kardashian. And I think Kim Kardashian don't look that good anymore. Amar, laughing at Publix. I love Publix. Where shopping is a pleasure. It is pretty pleasurable. They actually carry your groceries out to your car. Try that at ShopRite. Yeah. like an art gallery compared to ShopRite. It's fucking, it's like a Picasso. Just don't take the paintings off the wall. Well, there ain't no paintings in ShopRite, guys. It's a disaster. D, we love you, D. We know, D, you're recovering from the leg. And we know that, who's that UFC fighter broke his leg over the weekend. That was nasty. We love you, D, and I appreciate you. Thank you for that tip. ESP, no Starbucks in 1921. Guys, I'm not going back to the future. Because if I get into a time machine, I'm going forward, not backwards. D. As sweating yesterday as I was an end. Okay. You were sweating? Charles. What's up, Sam? What's up, man? I remember hearing a woman crying in a grocery store because, toilet paper was sold out. No toilet paper, no cry. So what I can tell you is this, guys. Bob Marley would have to redo his song. Instead of no woman, no cry, it'd be no woman with no plastic surgery, no cry. And then it'd be no toilet paper, no cry. Guys, we're in a whole other dimension. Timothy, no need for toilet paper in 1921. Yeah, you might as well take a shit on your neighbor's forehead. People use the Sears catalog in the clubhouse. Yeah, I don't even... Sears is bankrupt now. I don't even think they were invented then, were they? Twista, 1821, 721. Oh, it's getting worse. Praise the Lord. Good job. Twista, laughing good. Timothy. Sam, what's up, man? Hello to you. Great to see you, Sam. Shout out to California. ESP. I think all mothers worry too much. Yeah, that's why you didn't tell your mom you live in your car. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Huge video. Yeah, well, I didn't tell my mom about my... I know. Damn it, ESP, me and you on the same page. Wandering off. Hey, Lee, what's up? I would do RV lot. Maybe coming. Stay tuned. Some of those RV resorts are nice, yeah, but they got an HOA fee. They're a condominium community, technically. That's how their HOA is written, as a condominium community. With all the amenities, yeah, as a condo, hit or miss. You nailed it. Good job, Aline, a.k.a. Wandering Off. You may get loud, annoying neighbors. Fair point. That's why I want to move into a neighborhood with old people and with seasonal residents. Yep, that's my goal. But that's still hit or miss. That's true. But that's how I feel like, look, I look at a lot of these communities, and a lot of them are older baby boomers. And I say to myself, guys, in 10 years, there's going to be a lot of houses on the market, guys, in my opinion. ESP, Wandering Off. There are RV resorts that cost over $100,000 for a space. Oh, yeah, in Florida? By the beach, you ain't getting no RV lot under $100,000. Not anymore. Now, to be fair, I remember when I first came down here, like seriously, like in 2013 or 14, and I saw an RV lot for $75,000. And someone told me, don't buy that, that's overpriced. Now that's just $150,000. So, you know. ESP, laughing, Pago, laughing. Just saw your comment. Oh, yeah, about the thing. Jesse, I can't find the 1K HOA listing. Praise the Lord. Good. Forget about that thing. I think it's sold. Praise the Lord. Some other sucker got hooked. I'm going to keep searching. Good job. That's crazy. Jesse, I love you. Never forget you. I want you to find the right place at the right time. Stay patient. Wandering Off. I had a brothel going on in a condo where I lived. Oh, damn, I want to move there. And trust me, I heard everything. You hear that smack? Yeah, I ain't mad at that. No condo ever for me. RV lots for the win. Yeah, till you hear old people having sex. These baby boomers want to get one more pump in before they dump. I ain't mad at them. We all got to enjoy our lives. Meritas! Hey, Meritas! Keep walking that doggy. ESP, laughing. Wait, let me approve her comment. ESP's laughing. I just needed to turn down the volume on this. I got too loud. I apologize. I have the chat on my van sound system. Uh-oh. Yeah, now all the psychopaths next to you heard. ESP said in her last video, I'm going to do a video about this. Not about you, but about the thing. It's like she sees other van dwellers, but she says to herself, all these van dwellers are mental nut jobs or on drugs. And like, I don't want to associate with them. Guys, when you're a nomad, you judge other nomads. And all of us nomads think every other nomad is a psychopath. It's true. And less than 1% of the population's homeless, and it's by choice because you can get subsidized housing. So you got to remember, guys, you are amongst the very few, okay? And then she goes, yeah, here we go. Person just looked at me crazy. Well, they are crazy. I'm sane, actually. It's true. I'm a stable genius. It's true. That's what they say. Person just looked at me crazy. Yeah, when I said masturbating a deer, well, that does sound a little wild. Fuck them. They crazy anyway. Rolling up the windows, turn down sound. That'll get you arrested. Be careful, ESP out there. I love you. Oh, man, you can't make this up, man. Nublia, I wonder how long a person could live just by their will. Would they live past 130? I don't think anyone has lived past 130. Someone Google that. And if they did, what's their quality of life? And remember, Michael Jordan became the greatest basketball player of all time, but he got cut from the high school basketball team. How many people do you know that got cut from the high school basketball team went on to the NBA? Guys, there's always a couple exceptions, but you cannot will yourself past gravity. There is something, I agree with you, Nublia. There is a lot to be said for will, passion, and effort. You can go further than a highly educated person that has no will, that has no passion, that has no effort. But you can only go so far because gravity exists. So you just got to remember both things. Good job. ESP, windows were just cracked. Yeah, they heard you, though. They heard me. But that was enough. Yeah, then I think you're a psychopath. I need to move to a different spot. Well, I got to keep it moving anyway. That's all right. Fuck them. Mary Toss, working and listening. I don't want to get you fired. Make sure you put your earbuds in. Hear me talking about masturbating with a deer. But that was Pat Go's fault. I wasn't masturbating to a deer. That was Pat Go. Pat Go, I blame you. Okay? Coming in here with all that deer porn. Okay? But it's like, that's what happens. Like, you're talking about deer porn, and you're getting judged, ESP like alien porn. Okay? I like Latino porn, even though I watched Asian porn today. So who am I to judge? Okay? Adam, hey, Maritas. Thanks for the positive comment on my video. Oh, that's nice. Good job, Maritas. And D says, I took up a rug and pad yesterday in my wheelchair. Oh, God bless you, D. D, you must be rolling around that house going crazy. I'll give you a lot of credit, D. You're a fighter, D. I give you a lot of credit, man. God bless you, D. Adam, great conversation, guys, but it's my mom's birthday. Oh, and want to get off here and spend some time with it. Well, Adam, all serious now. A happy birthday to your mother, brother. I would sing happy birthday. I don't know if you're still in here, and I know she's not in here. And but all I want to tell you is we love you, Adam. Love to your mother. Okay, enjoy every moment you can with her. If she starts to talk about something that's not relevant, just nod your head and just be thankful for whatever you can be thankful for. We love you. D says, hey, Maritas. ESP, a lot are nut jobs, yep. But some are like me and don't want to be bothered. Yeah, I don't think most nomads don't want to be bothered. We're introverts and we don't want to be bothered. All right, guys and girls. I think I read every comment. I tried to do the best I can tonight. I apologize for getting into my rants, but I guess that's what makes it what it makes it. So, did I stutter? Yeah. Did I sweat? Yeah. Did I show up? Hell yeah. Okay. Twister, we love you. Thank you, Hal, for that gracious tip. I want those money bags cometh to you as you begin your new career. Thank you, D, for that tip. Thank you, Twister, for that tip. Thank you to all my members. I wish I can give you something magical. But the truth is, I'm just a guy sweating, okay, smelling gasoline, because I'm in an all-night gas station. House price is high as fuck. However, there's someone right now, okay, in a house, okay, doing all types of crazy shit. Okay, and they basically are begging to get out of their house. And we know this is true because after the pandemic ended, everyone wanted to get out of their house and go back on vacation, back outside. But a house does provide balance. Okay, and if you're going to live somewhere for more than 5 years, it may be an asset allocation to buy. If you're single with no kids, no family, it's your choice. This is a choice. If you're dead broke, guys, you have no choice. You got to rent. Okay, it's like even if you want to buy, if you're dead broke, you ain't buying. So do what you got to do to get ahead. Okay, or just rent. Get subsidy if you can't even afford that. Bottom line is your day is your daily routine. What'd you do today? What will you do tomorrow? Chances are whether you own a house will not affect that. It's your attitude, it's your effort, it's your daily routine. You got to push yourself, and you got to get the hell out of Indiana. And you got to do the best you can. And if you have a house you enjoy that shit. Because I ain't mad at that. Make the most of what you have. Enjoy each day the best you can. All of us are going to the upper room. Okay. And the upper room is not in your house. The upper room is the next dimension. Beyond Mars. Okay. Beyond meat. Okay. It's the spiritual realm. Now, for my atheists out there may not be a spiritual realm. None of us can exactly say what's going to happen. We may just die and then that's it. It's done. It's like, when the timer for the oven, ding, we're done. We may come back as a deer and then we may get hunted by a psychopath. Then you're going to remember. Imagine if every hunter comes back as a deer. Oh, I would love to see that day. I would love to see it. Imagine if every guy who pressured you to have anal sex comes back as a woman with a fat ass. Even though I know some girls, they enjoyed anal sex. They wanted it. So I don't know what you like. There's some guys that like anal sex. I hate to say it, but I'm equal rights. Okay, we're in 2021, guys. Charles, 1997, the upper room. Now, in the upper room, guys, thank you, Charles. There is no Florida. There is no Indiana. There's no vaginal sex. There's no anal sex. What is there? I don't know. This is the next dimension. Now, some of you aren't having sex, so you're getting ready. You haven't had sex in a long time. But you ain't even masturbate. At least masturbate. I masturbate. I don't know if you're listening to this on your surround sound in your NV200. You're scaring everyone at the all-night gas station or at the public park. I don't know if you're listening to this at your corporate job. There's no one working. Everyone's remote. I don't know if you're watching this with your entire family. I know some people who are watching. The bottom line, guys, we're in 2021 where you watch a guy from the comfort of your home. Before that, you had to travel to town to watch a guy play with stick figure puppets. There's still a guy on YouTube does that same gimmick from 1921. I can't believe it. That's true. Guys, come up to present time, guys. I hate to say that. So look, in the next dimension, thumbs up, thumbs down, don't matter. They barely matter in this dimension. Revenue, net profit is what matters in this dimension. Lower interest rates, etc. But the Lord said, let the psychopaths have something for free. And on the 7th day of Google, he created the thumbs down. And all the psychopaths rejoiced. Why? Because they decided to sit at home. And they're not paying for the mortgage. If you're out there, okay, and you feel like houses will never stop going up, I want you to remember that what goes up must come down. And never buy under pressure. There was a scripture that says never give under pressure. I say never buy under pressure. You say, well, what about inflation? I say, well, what about your daily routine? What about your budget? What about your life? Your life is more than your house. You got a place in this beautiful HOA and you don't even enjoy the amenities. I remember when I moved into the condo I owned for 15 years in New Jersey. It was a gated community, nice pool, nice tennis courts, all the nice stuff. And my mom would ask me, Sam, did you go to the tennis courts, you go to the pool? And for the first 2 years, I didn't really go to any of them. And my mom said, Sam, you're paying for all this stuff, you're not even going. I was like my man Nublia. I was 21. I thought I'd live in that community forever. 10 years later, something changed. Life changed. I bought that house in a reasonable economy. And then the economy crashed. I owed more on that house than it was worth. I sold the house, not waiting for a peak. I sold the house when I could at least break even and go live where I'm inspired. Some people are still clutching onto their house for an inflation protection, and they're going to die in that house. They're never going to move on with their life, and their kids are going to sell that house. And you're going to be in the upper room looking down like, oh my God. Now, maybe you won't be in the upper room. Maybe you'll be in the bottom basement. There's some people going down there. I believe it. Well, I may not, but even Jesus said there's going to be weeping and gnashing of the teeth. I don't know. But let's stay positive. Let's say everyone's in the upper room. I want you to remember this. Even in the upper room, you want your privacy. Even in the upper room, the only thing that matters is your daily routine. Because if you're in heaven and all you could do is knit all day, is that inspiring? What if you can't go to the beach in heaven? What if you wake up and heaven is totally different than you thought? Are you going to die in your house or are you going to live on this earth? How are you going to live? Your house is an asset allocation. It's shelter. It's nothing more, nothing less. Other than that, it's just a color of paint, some sheetrock and concrete, and high-priced lumber, even though lumber has plummeted recently. Your house will not be here 200 years from now. You will not be here 50 years from now. If you're in your 20s, you won't be here 100 years from now. In 1921, if anyone is alive in this live feed and you were born in 1921, please leave a comment below. I doubt it. I doubt it. During the last pandemic, 1919 or 1921, whatever, there ain't no one that's alive, even people that survived. 100 years from now, when there's a pandemic on Mars, they're going to say, well, what about the last pandemic in 2021? Where nurses became real estate agents, where house prices were high. Now we're all living on Mars. We're in spacesuits. And we all go to Elon Musk's house after work. And we live in a closet with no windows. For some of you guys, it ain't going to be a big change. Okay? Let's stay positive. Okay? And let's end this live feed. Because I got to take a shower. I don't have a house. I got to go to the gym. Thank you for watching. And I want to leave you with a comment I read today online. They said that Tupac probably had PTSD after he got shot for the first time in New York City. And my reply was, well, if he went out in disability, we would have never got All Eyes on Me or Machiavelli. So maybe you have a legit problem and maybe you should get disability, maybe you should do something, but don't stop living your life. Don't stop using your gifts. You may leave a lot on the table. Okay. Charles, $4.99 super chat. Laughter is good for the soul. And if you think being a comedian is easy, ask Jerry Seinfeld. Jerry Seinfeld said he hates everyone, just like me. And he said someone came up to him in the street, Charles, and the guy said, look, I know you hate everyone. And Jerry Seinfeld said, you know, it was such a good opening statement. He said, I'll take a picture with you. But that's how I feel. I want to say thank you, Charles. I want to tell you to keep pushing forward in your life. You're doing great for yourself. Shout out to Tampa. And I want to tell you this. Every minute a troll watches you, they increase your watch time. Okay. So they got no life. Okay. They checked out of the game a long time ago. The least they can do is switch profiles and watch it. Let them watch. Okay. Like Barack Obama said, let's give them something to talk about. Okay. The last good president, even though Biden's following up pretty good, economy's all-time high. Okay. Shout out to Joe Biden, saved America, even though inflation's high. Come on, Joe. Joe, if inflation keeps going up, I may not vote for you. I mean, come on, Joe. Don't bust my balls. You know, but we still got to thank Trump for the coronavirus, guys. Or we fucking totally destroyed our country. And you know you still hate some family members because of Trump. Even though I had a liberal troll from Oregon, she was totally Joe Biden down. She had Joe Biden stickers, everything. She was a complete disaster. Yeah, I think she still watches. So, there's some psychopaths, they just like to see me get fired up. They can't even vote, okay? They're on permanent check out of the game, okay? And they just try to say stuff to get you riled up. They can't vote. They don't even know who Joe Biden is, okay? They don't know who Trump is. They just go like this. But they know how to create fake profiles. They can do data entry. Yeah, they ain't fooling me. Yeah, you know that type of person. They got a handicap sticker, and they come into the gas station doing donuts in their Dodge Charger. Okay. Yeah, you know what type of person I'm talking about. But let's stay positive tonight. Sam, like Obama said, time or a change. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know Obama said that. But I appreciate your comments, Sam. Love to. Shout out to California. Shout out to Nancy Pelosi. Do I like Nancy Pelosi? Not really. Okay. Do I like Mike Pence? Not really. Either did Donald Trump after he didn't basically say the election was fraud. Guys, I'm like Jerry Seinfeld. I don't like anyone. I think they're all scam artists, but don't make my life harder. Okay. And don't hurt people. Just basically play the game because all the powers to be are in cahoots. And keep civility to a certain degree so it's not a complete shit show. Okay. Outside of that, guys, do the best you can to push forward. Okay. Because you're going to come across liberal trolls and conservative trolls. You're going to come across people who are just nasty for no reason. Don't get caught up in the banana in the tailpipe. Okay. Vote. Speak up if you see an injustice. But outside of that, take it easy. Okay. Why? Because you're in a house. Okay. And if you're not in a house, you're in a car. And if you're not in a car, you're panhandling in front of the supermarket. Shout out to the Boy Scouts. Shout out to the cheerleaders. Shout out to the soccer team. Every day they're at some supermarket panhandling. I can't believe their parents let them do it. So, I stretched this out too long, guys. I'm done. Okay. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next one.